Happy Garbage Day from High Voltage Diesel. We together are going to choose the color that we're going to paint the 1970 Chevy Impala. Oh, that's right. I have so many toys I can't even keep track of them. We're at the complete wrong restoration job here. Let me know in the comments what you think about this color because it is right behind you. 3, 2, 1. I am looking at it through the camera lens and that is definitely not doing it justice. But I have a really bright light right here. It's chroma base paint from DuPont, Atlas Green Blue. But the issue is this is a very old color and it is really hard to find old colors. This was probably well over 20-something years old. Just about every paint that you get from a different store has different toners that go in there. And basically the toners are the colors that they put in there to make up the color that you want. So basically if you go from one paint to another kind of paint, you're never really going to get a perfect match. You can, but it's really hit and miss. So that's where we're at today. My local paint store cannot perfectly match this color. So we have a little bit of a dilemma. And we're going to have to make a decision. But before we make a decision, I just want to explain something real quick. Because a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I'm choosing this color. Here's your explanation, because everything has an explanation. Story time. So when I was a little kid, when I was 3 years old, and this whole car thing started in my life and I was completely new to everything, my dad had this 1978 Chevy El Camino that he painted turquoise, and it had a big block Chevy in it, and he airbrushed the side of it. He had that car for a long time. I actually got to drive that car when I was like 5 years old. He used to put me on his lap and I used to steer it and stuff when we were in parking lots and all that, and it was just amazing. You could get away with so much back then. But anyway, like everybody else in life, you always want what you had in your childhood. Obviously that car is long rotted into the ground, long gone. This was a long time ago. This was like before the dinosaurs. I've always wanted to do like a tribute kind of thing to that car. You know, not make it exactly like that, but just kind of make it along those base lines. There's your story. That's why we're choosing this color. So basically what you're seeing on them pictures is what we're really gonna kind of do with the car. We're gonna go a little further than that though. And when I say further, I'm gonna throw a quick picture up of kind of where we're going. We're gonna kind of go a little bit with like lowrider stuff. Not that exact same picture, not that exact same scheme, but that's the kind of lowrider stuff we're gonna go with on this car. And it's still gonna kind of resemble the El Camino a little bit. There's gonna be some bits and pieces in there. Don't have everything completely planned out, but that's the direction we're going. Hopefully a lot of you guys are going to watch this video so you can see where we're going with the 70 Impala, and you don't ask me a million questions in the upcoming videos because you found out. But anyway, let's get back to our problem. So we have a problem we need to solve. So what we did is we got a sample today. These are two colors that are really close to this one. This one's a little lighter. This one's a little darker than this color. This one's got more green in it, and this one's got more blue in it. And these really are our two options that are close. So basically where we're at today is we're going to take these two pieces of plexiglass and use them as test panels, because you can't tell from the color that's just on the cap here. You actually have to paint something and clear it, bring it out in the sun. Hopefully there's sun tomorrow, because it is the end of November. But hopefully there's sun, and we're going to take these things out and we're going to see what we have to work with, and then we're going to make a decision. Both of the mix codes are on these, so I'm going to call my guy tomorrow and I'm going to tell him either this one or this one, and that's the color we're going to go with. First thing we need to do is prep these pieces of plexiglass just like we'd be prepping a car. So we got our red Scotch-Brite. We're just going to go over this and give it a nice scuff. Basically these are going to be good test panels too, because when we do our lowrider stuff, our stripes over this, because this is the car is going to be based in this turquoise, and then we're going to go over it and do our lowrider stuff. So we can actually do some testing on this as far as seeing which colors go together good and which colors don't go together good. I'll spray a little window cleaner on here to get any contaminants off. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is mix up a little bit of white base coat to put down on there, just to give us a level playing field. So that way the paint is going on a nice base. Typically when you base coat over something white, it enhances the color and makes it a little more vibrant, which is exactly where we're going with this project. Same thing with the lime green we used on the duster. All that's base coated in white. So our first part number is 44937. So we're gonna go ahead, so we don't have any confusion, is write that down. 4937. This is actually the darker one of the two. This is the one that kind of looks more like the actual color that I think we're gonna go with. We're just gonna throw a little reducer in this. Who knows? We might not even go with any of these colors.
But that is an accurate statement, yes.
There we go, we got our first test sample, got 4 coats on it, it's nice and covered, looks great, actually like that color. So here we are onto our second. So this one's a little bit lighter than that one. So what color did we end up picking for the 70 Impala anyway? Well, let's figure it out. So I had a couple more little debacles that I had to try to fix. A lot of things kind of happened all at once. Those two, I wasn't happy with either one of them at all. The lighter one was just dead, and the black one was just dead, so I wasn't happy and I wasn't gonna settle. So basically, to make a long story short, the darker one, like the one that I originally wanted, had yellow in it. So what I ended up telling my paint guy was leave the yellow out of that color and just put blue, green, and white in it, and then just call it good. Put the amounts of blue, green, and white in it that it called for and leave the yellow out of it. And so I got that, and I'm happy with it. So let's check it out. Can you tell which one it is? It is that one. So basically, I do like this color, but this color with that particular paint seems pretty hard to get, and I'm kind of gonna have to settle on something. And actually, where this all started, that car that I want to paint this one like, the El Camino that my father had, is actually this same exact identical color. I matched it up to the color chip on that. So really, I'm kind of going to end up right where I wanted to be anyway before I seen this color. I do like this color. For this kind of a budget build, I don't really want to cross oceans and fire pits to get it. I'm happy with this. It doesn't really give it justice in the camera. But before the sun goes down, let's take a look at this thing. And no, I promised you guys to look at them in the sun, but the last few days, it has not been sunny at all, and it actually doesn't look like it's going to be sunny for about a week. The sun is out just a little bit now, and here's what we got. These are real hard to see in the camera, but the one on the right, it looks dull in the camera, but it's actually really vibrant in real life. I do like this one right here too, the one on the left. This is definitely my favorite, but I'm totally happy with the one on the right. It looks milky on camera, but they are definitely really, really bluish green, and they are not milky at all in real life. Of course, you can see how much sun we have right now. It's really nothing, and this is really the best we're gonna get because I really want to get this video out. So that's the one we're gonna go with right there. I'm gonna get enough of that to start doing some of the jams, and on the next video you will see me starting to lay some of this paint down on the car. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I will see you Sunday, and you'll see us lay some of this paint down on the 70 Impala.